What is up, you bushy boys and girls? Back at it again with another bushy fitness vid. Found this interesting. There has been a released 2026 food pyramid. Like, what the heck? It's like upside down. So now this is at the bottom. There's just a big line of stuff that's prioritized. We'll take a look at it. And at the bottom, I can't help but spoil it. It is bread and grains. That is not making you fat. The pure carbohydrate sources like bread, potatoes, rice. Yeah, people that are obese are not over consuming these. So basically, proteins and high fat stuff, or the healthy fat, basically the FDA or whoever the heck, approved, put the stamp on it, approved of it, wants us to eat protein that is full of fat. They really don't want us to focus on the non-fat protein, which will help you lose weight. And that is the main thing about the food pyramid, is we're trying to be healthier. And being healthier involves not being a big, fat, stinky old bush. I don't know where I was going with that. It's going to be not safe for YouTube. I stopped myself there, thankfully. The fruits and veggies, yeah, they're way too low as well. I mean, vegetables, I think, are like the top right. Honestly, I'm more of a fan of fruits. My favorite being bananas, apples, just some basic ones, grapes. And I like to try some random ones. So it's like dragon fruit. I think there was like star fruit. Got those at Whole Foods. Yeah, you'll find a lot of interesting stuff there, but if you do not have the budget, yeah, don't bother. I shop at dang Walmart, except for my produce. I do see olive oil in there, which I am not a fan of, and butter. You do not need to be putting that stuff helping you try to cook. Just use the dang non-stick spray. You spray the pan really quick. It's like 5-10 calories ultimately. But the serving, it is really out to get you. It says 0 calories. But really, no one's spraying that for a fourth of a second. My favorite vegetable, since I spoketh upon fruit, is broccoli, sweet corn. I'll have peas occasionally. But that's just some basic ones. And an avocado. Not Mary likes those, but is an avocado fruit or vegetable? Let me know. Honestly, this isn't a bad pyramid. I just know a lot of people are taking a big old dump on it because you can't satisfy everybody, and that is what is sad about the world. You gotta find the diet that works for you. And mine personally, I like to prioritize protein. I don't track macros, which is like fats, carbs, protein. The three big ones. Fat has 9 calories per gram, and carbs and protein both have 4 calories per gram. You see why we're going for low fat, which is my issue with this pyramid. And I am not a dietitian, nutritionist, or food expert. But with my 3 years bodybuilding training, doing a show, I know, a little bit what I'm talking about when it comes to losing weight without doing a severe crash diet, going keto. Everyone wants things done now. But if you need help with eating, watch some of this big ol' bush's dang vids. If you do want the healthy sources of fat, going over the macros, since I talked about carbs already with the bread, rice, and potatoes, that's what I believe are the 3 best carb sources. So fats, avocados, salmon. I'm not really a big fan of nuts and like eating nuts and the food nuts. What? Because you could eat so freaking many, like, yep, there's a few hundred calories. But you do need, I would say, a bare minimum. Well, again, it depends who you are. Anywhere from like 50 to 70 grams of fat. People are so concerned about what is in your food too, like all of the ingredients. And there are things like sucralose. It is literally in fruit. It is a sweetener. Fiber too, which isn't a macronutrient. I think it's a micro, but it's also important. I'd say for bushy males, at least 30 grams a day. And females, 15 to 20. You'd be surprised how much fiber you do not get in your system every day. That is why fruits and vegetables are so important. Again, I'm more on the fruits end. I don't really eat vegetables all that much, which is kind of bad to admit. As a bush trying to be a dang fitness YouTuber, I don't like the word fitness influencer, because you don't have to follow me word for word. I'm just trying to give you my dang advice. for my lifting journey so far, especially with dieting, because that is definitely the hardest part of getting fit. You could lift weights all you want, do cardio, but if you don't have it right in the dang kitchen, then yeah, you're wasting your time. At least trying to look good. Going back on the processed foods, things like protein powder too, to get your protein intake for the day, which is very important for building muscle along with staying full, satiated, to make it easier to stick to your dang diet. I don't have a problem with that either, just don't, I would say, overdo it. Try to get your food from meats, whether it's beef, chicken, sheep, whatever. It is all about finding a balance, finding the foods that you like. With this pyramid, yeah, I am not the perfect eater. I don't eat fruits, vegetables all day. Write all of my dang food down, have it down to a T, a science, every macro calculated. Over my time of fitness, I've just figured out what works best for me. Being a former athlete, I love that I have bodybuilding to fall back on. Help me work at something, being myself, being a better average bush. That's it for the video, you bushy boys and girls. I just saw this scrolling through YouTube videos, YouTube shorts, whatever the heck. I was bored, probably at work on break, and I wanted to get my dang input on it. Yeah, the saturated fat stuff like the butter, olive oil, I would kick out. Definitely prioritize fruit more along with the vegetables because I noticed they were lower. And then yeah, the bread all the way at the bottom, I'm not a fan of either. I eat bread every day. Even though people say carbs are the enemy and it won't satiate you, these whole, yeah, let me just go over it again. Bread, potatoes, rice, and I forgot, oatmeal. I like to put my protein powder in my oatmeal, along with mixed berries in my Greek yogurt. You just gotta find little things that work for you. Make it taste better, that way you can get all of your macronutrients, whatever the heck, vitamins, minerals, all that stuff in. Again, I'm not a super health nut. I'm just about trying to lose weight and stay fit. Anyways, follow TikTok, Instagram if you haven't already. Leave a like, comment, subscribe. Yeah. See you bitches later.